Hello everyone, I'm your resident shapeshifter, Emerald Dreams, but I'm also known as Sapphire Affection. So as I announced in my trailer video, manga is what this channel will be all about. And the first manga I chose to review is Highschool DxD. And oh boy, did I enjoy the first chapter. The first chapter was, well, better than I expected it to be. Issei is, well, a character that caught me off guard. The first few pages of the chapter brought me in, then took me out when it was revealed it was just a dream. Or was it? I don't think it was a dream, but it could be. That's still a toss up. Yet after Issei wakes up to go to school, the pages where Issei is at school is so good and paced very well. Not to mention all the fan service, which I don't mind here. Reason being is because the story is still present. While fan service is being presented, Issei's friends are, well, interesting characters. I'm interested to see how the future chapters give them depth. The school pages in the first chapter had, well, different moments, mainly funny moments, yet those moments are what make the first chapter so appealing. Then when Issei goes to walk home, that's when this chapter takes off, in my honest and humble opinion. Our first baddie, or so I think he is a baddie, is presented in Donasink. Really don't know how to say his name, so please excuse me if I'm butchering his name. He is very mysterious to me, yet I'm still interested to see more of him. He gives off a I don't give a fuck vibe. So Issei encounters this fallen angel, and well, things go badly fast. Issei gets attacked and is about to be killed. That is until the beautiful and lovely Reyes Grammary appears. The lady is so stunning to look at, from top to bottom. The curves are just, well, you know. So she steps in, and things take a turn, as if the fallen angel is scared of Reyes, or something to that degree. I still don't understand why, but I feel something big is about to happen in the future chapters, or in the next chapter. Don't know which. So when Reyes arrives and tells Dahanasik that Issei belongs to her, he seems almost too willing to leave, but they both seem to let each other know, I'm not going to put up with your shit. Then Dahanasik leaves, which was very strange to me. So about this bit, I'm very interested to see how this turns out. Is Dahanasik evil? Is he a good guy? I really don't know. I think he is, just not sure exactly what his plot is just yet. I feel future chapters will reveal that. After Dahanasik leaves, Reyes goes and checks on Issei, who has a giant fucking hole in his chest due to Dahanasik doing a similar attack that happened to Issei earlier in the chapter, where he gets the same giant hole in his chest. But in that dream, it was by a girl. Or was it? Again, not sure if the dream earlier in the chapter was really real or if it was a dream. Yet Reyes, I'm assuming, carries Issei back to his house, because how else would he have gotten home while having a giant fucking hole in his chest? And then Issei wakes up, and oh boy, this is one of the funnier bits of this chapter. Issei sees Reyes in all her naked glory right in front of him. At first, he thinks he is dreaming, or hallucinating. Yet, when Reyes moves and speaks, he flips the fuck out. Then, who I'm assuming is his mother, comes in his room and sees her son all over Reyes, and she assumes they are, well, you guys can guess that one. Issei is just like such a goof in a sense that he is like, your boobs and stuff, I can see them. And Reyes is just like, I don't care if you look at my body. And, well, nosebleed. Then after that, Reyes asks Issei if he is okay. And here is where things get, well, in my opinion, really, really good. Issei notices the hole in his chest is gone. And it's like, well, how the fuck did you do that? Reyes explains, with my body. And that got a chuckle out of me. Because who else heals people with their body? But yeah. Then Reyes puts on some clothes and explains how she is Issei's master, and Reyes herself is a devil. I was like, what the fuck? How? When? Where? What? This first chapter of a manga I have never read has been so refreshing. It's so well paced and great storytelling. It's just so good to see. The sex appeal in this first chapter wasn't overputting or overbearing. It was just the right amount. The comedy was also very present in moments where it needed to be there. Characters came at the perfect time, in my opinion. I mean, all the characters that have appeared so far are so good, and my favorite, as of right now, is probably Reyes. And no, it's not because of Booba. I mean, that plays a part in it. Yes, Reyes is a very attractive, yet she seems so badass and just, she knows what she wants, and she takes it. Issei, on the other hand, is a character that I like because he is a typical teen that is horny, curious, a goofball, and so much more. The high school elements are good and not so overbearing. I'm really interested in how much they will use the high school elements. Do they do it a lot or every now and then? This stuff I'm very interested in seeing. Other things I'm interested in is how well the battles, if there is any, how will they turn out? As well, how much sexiness will there be? Will they go full force or will they just sprinkle some here and there? These are things that really interest me. The way each character is drawn is so beautiful. The way Issei looks, the facial expressions are so damn good. Issei's friends are just, they're good as well. The girls are drawn in, yes, a very sexy manner, but at the same time, they have purpose. Rhea, she is drawn in a very sexy way. I like the way she is drawn. It's like she is sexy and knows how to get what she wants, while being a bona fide badass. The world building so far, I feel, makes sense. Every character belongs. Every character has purpose in the world, and the world makes sense. The pacing is beautifully done from the start of the chapter to the end of the chapter. Are thoroughly done and look very well. So, would I recommend this first chapter of High School DxD? This is an easy answer. Yes. Yes, it does have some flaws, yet I think the pros overshadow the cons, and the only con I can say is it does start out a bit weird. Yes, I think that this is a nitpick, and I hate nitpicking. So if you love comedy, action, sexiness, and overall fun, then check out Chapter 1 of High School DxD. It has everything. It's funny. It's fun. It has sexiness. The sexiness is very present here. So what is my rating for Chapter 1 of High School DxD? I give High School DxD 5 Rasengans out of 5. Until next time, until the next review, everyone, stay nerdy, read manga, and never stop being you. Bye, my lovely nerds. Woo, boy. This chapter was, well, different, yet a lot of things were revealed. Issei actually was killed by the girl at the beginning of the first chapter. Issei meets the group of devils, Kiba, Akano, and Kanako. They are such great characters. I love them all. As of right now, my favorite would have to be Kanako. Her tsundere demeanor is just so refreshing. And as well, she seems cold, but I really don't think she is. So, Reyes is explaining what a sacred gear is, and she tries to get Issei to activate it. And he does, yet not before referencing a certain attack from Dragon Ball Z. Yet his sacred gear does appear, yet it seems to be not under control just yet. Yet, Issei is still super excited to be a devil, it seems. He also seems very interested in the girls as well. Kanako really seems like a cold-hearted person as of right now. But I sense there's a sweetheart in there somewhere. This chapter seems to mainly be Reyes explaining to Issei what being a devil is and the proper way to do things. And Issei just wants to see tons of girls and start a harem. Which isn't bad. Then Akano does some seal thing, if I remember correctly. The seal is to teleport, yet Issei isn't strong enough to teleport at the current moment. So he has to walk everywhere and complete tasks or whatnot. And he doesn't seem to like walking, but he is determined to get things done, it seems. This chapter has some moments, yet the moments weren't too far between. It has a way to bring you in, even if this chapter mainly took place in one area. Still, this chapter was a breath of fresh air. The fan service in this chapter is there, most certainly, but it's not overbearing or too much. It's just the right amount of fan service. I'm interested to see how this is going to proceed further. The fan service is one thing that I like as well as the story arc and character development. Yet the ending of this chapter is what excites me the most. Asuya has a character from the anime that I loved, but it took me a while to get that way. In the ending, Asuya just looks so innocent. She seems like she is a pure being, a pure hope. And this just gets me excited. But back to the review. The pacing in this chapter, once again, is very well done. It flows so smoothly, it's fluid, it flows, and well, it makes a hell of a lot of sense as of right now. The story isn't overly complicated yet. Just a teenage boy died, and now he is part of a devil family, where he is a servant that has a sacred gear. Overall, the pacing I enjoyed, and really don't have an issue with. With that being said, Issei is sort of annoying with this constant wanting to see sexy girls. I get it. He is a teenage boy, horny all the time. But come on, man. You're a devil now. That That's a servant. How can you not love that as well? Instead, Issei is like, I want sexy girls in my own harem. This is just a matter of criticism I have with the series right now. Yet, the art is one of my favorites. I know I talked about this a lot in my previous review of Chapter 1, but the art is just so good. I think the reason I enjoy this chapter a lot more than the previous chapter is because, well, it's more condensed. It's not as all over the place. It's straightforward and done so fucking well. Many condensed comics these days, well, aren't done to well as pacing is kind of all over the place. So to see a story done so well, art done so well, and pacing done so well is great to see. I mean, I want to talk about the ending. Well, Asuya falls down, yes. There is a panty shot, which is to be expected, but the scene is set up so well. Issei getting told how he did on his mission, and then Asuya falling down. Issei asking, is she okay? Asuya looks all innocent and cute is just gold, and a perfect way to end a great chapter. This series, I feel, is going to turn out great. Very great. I'm really looking forward to reading Chapter 3 and 4 of this volume, because I bet they're going to be just as good, if not better. I do hear a lot of people telling me that the series gets kind of crazy. So, as I close this review, I want to ask my viewers something. The manga I'm reviewing, please don't spoil anything for me. I want to experience this. I want to experience these forms of media as they come. So, would I recommend Chapter 2 of High School DxD? Absolutely. It's great and has a little bit of everything for all manga lovers. I give Chapter 2 of High School DxD 5 penny shots out of 5. Until the next review, everyone, stay nerdy, read manga, and never stop being you. Bye, my lovely nerds. Well, I'm back, my lovelies, with another beautiful manga chapter review. And oh boy, this is a good one. This is High School DxD Chapter 3, and it's so damn good. To start off, Issei meets the innocent and cute Asuya. She is a nun, or sister, as they call them. She is a holy being, or so it seems, yet Issei doesn't know that just yet. So Issei and Asuya are talking, and Asuya is so surprised that Issei can hear her. Because I guess regular people can't hear her for some reason, which I find weird. I don't know why. She may be like an angel of some sorts or something. Don't know yet. Yet, as the conversation continues, and notice a boy fell over and hurt himself. And Asuya, being the kind soul she is, tends to him and heals him. And well, this goes only so well. The kid is grateful. Issei is impressed by how she healed the little boy. Yet when the little boy tells his mother about how she used a great light from her hands or something like that, is what the kid says. The mother is like, oh, you shouldn't talk to weirdos, and that's so aggravating. She just helped your kid. Be fucking grateful, you damn cunt. Ah! Then Issei is like, can you not hear that? Asuya is like, nope, I can't. Issei is mad and upset at what the mother said, and so should he be. She was being a royal fucking cunt. The little boy says thank you, miss, and Issei relays that to Asuya, and she is very happy to hear that. She waves back and then continues to talk to Issei again. Then they start to go where Asuya is supposed to be. And well, let's just say Issei finds out that the location is none other than a church, which is, well, a no-go for a devil like him. Then he remembers Reyes telling him you can't go near shrines or churches, so Issei is like, I have places to be. Asuya sorta doesn't want him to leave because she wants to thank him. And the like. And Issei is like, I really have to get going, but call me Issei. And then Asuya introduces herself, and Asuya is like, let's meet again, Issei. Then when Issei gets back to where the other devils are, he sort of gets a talking to. Reyes just explains simply setting foot on holy ground isn't exactly good for them at all. She explains that it could cause conflict between them and the gods. She also mentions he should avoid churches because of exorcists. Then Akeno appears, and here's where this chapter kicks off. Akeno tells Reyes that the Archduke has made a request for them. There is a stray out there, and they must dispose of it. Now, these strays look kinda weird in the manga, but I do enjoy that part. So, yeah. Then, the ranking system is explained to Issei. Reyes explains that the ranking system is kinda like chess, as well how battles or tournaments take place, where chess matches in a sense happens, but in a battle sense. Kiba is a knight because he is super fast. Kaneko is a rook because she is super strong and bulky. Akeno is the queen. She is magic based and is a jack of all trades, in a sort. Akeno is also a sadist. And, well, loves pain. And it's so, yeah, just exciting. That's all I'm going to get at. They are annihilating this stray. And Akeno is just destroying the stray. And it's so beautiful to see a fight finally in the series. Kaneko just tanked an attack from it. And Kiba, well, was Kiba. With all the damage the stray took, Reyes asks it, well, any last words? And, well, it just flat out says, kill me. And Reyes does this amazing black hole or giant ball attack. And it just destroys it. And it was beautiful. Denise is wondering what kind of ranking piece he is, and when he is told he is a pawn, he is like, of course, I'm at the bottom of the barrel. Now, this chapter ends. Now, to go over a few things. I will say the amount of panty shots in this chapter I felt was a little unwarranted, but I do understand why the panty shots are there. Fan service be fan service, which isn't a bad thing. As well, the pacing I felt was a bit shaky at the beginning, but in time it fixed itself. Now, the art, as usual, was beautifully done and is one of the strong points of this chapter as well. A fight finally happens. Kind of short-lived, but it still happens, as well as Asuya. I am very interested to see her role in this manga and see how things go with her. The ranking system I find to be quite clever. It's interesting, and I like it. As well, the battles that happen in a chess-like way, I'm interested to see. Does this ever happen in this manga? If so, oh boy, I'm gonna love that shit so damn much. Yet, to see Kiba being the speedster didn't surprise me at all. Kaneko being the powerhouse kinda did, but kinda didn't, if that makes sense. Akeno being the all-in-one wasn't a surprise, though. Her being a sadist was so out of left field, I love it. And Reyes being just a beast was refreshing, and Issei being a pawn was very expected. So, would I recommend this chapter? Yes, yes, a million times yes. I give Chapter 3 of High School DxD 4.5 Master Swords out of 5. Until the next review, everyone, stay nerdy, read manga, and never stop being you. Bye, my lovely nerds. Hello, my lovely manga nerds, and welcome to the final chapter of Volume 1. I want to thank all of you for the continued support, as well as thanks for listening to my takes and review of this beautiful first volume of this amazing manga. With all that said, let's get to the Chapter 4 review. Well, well, well. Chapter 4 was a wild ride, but a satisfying one to say the least. So, the chapter begins with Issei just going over things in his head, and he also is just somehow still taken aback by Reyes and her naked body, yet Reyes is naked again, and it's beautiful. When Reyes wakes up, she explains how it's comfortable to sleep in the nude, and I, for one, understand this right here. Yes, I better stop here. Don't want to scare you guys with stuff. Yeah, let's just continue. Then Issei rambles, and Reyes is like, "Wanna touch them?" And he is like, "Yes!" And Reyes puts a condition on this, which was unexpected, but at the same time, not unexpected. This seems to motivate Issei, which is good, I guess, in a way, but why do boobs motivate you to succeed? I don't know. But hey, I'm down for this ride. So he starts to go over how he came to this moment right now. How each person in the club are like, he says Kiba isn't so bad, Akano and Reyes are babes, how Kanako is cute, and so much more. Then he is set to do a request of some sort, and well, then he bumps into Freed, which is batshit fucking crazy. So Issei accidentally is sent into a trap of some sort, or well, just a bad spot. Freed is very happy to see Issei for evil reasons, of course. Cause, well, he wants to kill him. As well, Freed goes on this speech that, I'm not gonna lie, is just entertaining, yet is annoying at the same fucking time. This guy Freed is batshit insane, and I love it. Issei is confused because he was just there to do a request. He didn't know a batshit insane crazy priest was going to be there. Then, well, let's just say Issei gets very pissed because this insane priest kills a human. And Freed is just, at this point, just mocking Issei. Freed pulls out a gun and a sword, and well, then he jumps and says some crazy shit. Which is weird, but exciting, and just, this scene is all over the place, but in a wonderful, good way. Then he charges. Issei is taken aback by the sudden attack. Then Issei gets shot, and yep, holy bullets hurt like hell. Issei notices right away. This is the same feeling that he had when he was killed by that girl. Then Issei is like, the crazy asshole is gonna kill me. Then out of nowhere, Asya is in front of Issei, and Freed is happy but not happy to see Asya. Asya tells him to stop, and he is just being an asshole at this point. I'm like, okay, dude, I want you to die now. You're being fucking annoying. He explains to Asya that Issei is a devil. Asya sees one of Freed's kills, and well, she is horrified by what she sees. Yet Asya takes a stand against Freed, which is so badass in my book. As well, she makes the statement that even devils can be good people. Freed, of course, isn't having it, though. He hits Asya with the gun, and this is where things get gruesome and a tad bit uncomfortable. Trigger warning. Before I continue, if you don't like intense topics, please exit the video now. This may cause distress or bring back memories. You have been warned. We good? Can I continue? Okay, let's finish this wild train ride. Then he makes a comment that he was told not to kill Asya, but he could do something else, which just threw me off, as well as just made me hate Freed even more. What he mentions to do to Asya just made my blood boil, and after that part, I was like, fucker better die at some point. Issei has had enough and he yells stop and tells him to stop. Freed takes his attention off of Asuya and on Issei. Then the seal appears and Reyes, Kiba, Akino, and Kaneko are all there. Reyes apologizes to Issei for putting him in a tough spot. Kiba begins to fight Freed and I wanted Freed to be killed, but in due time, I guess. Then Reyes explains something which caught me off guard but made me so happy at the same time. This one statement just shook me to my very core. Even devils have rules. Reyes tells Freed, I can't forgive you for putting one of my servants through this. She uses the black hole attack or big ball of energy, still not sure what it is. Akino informs Reyes that a lot of fallen angels are coming. Reyes gives the order to get the fuck out of there, and Issei is like, wait, my friend, I have to save her. Reyes mentions that she is the enemy. Issei comes back with, yes, but she protected me. The back and forth in this chapter is so damn good. Reyes makes a good point, that if Issei stayed, he would end up dead. Issei says Asuya's name, Asuya says Issei's name, then Akino says everything is ready. Then Issei says, I'll be back. And end of the chapter. Holy fucking shit. 2 fights and 2 straight chapters. What a wild fucking ride that was. So I had my first character that I can't stand. The pacing in this chapter is choppy at times, but overall, I think it fixes itself. Some of the scenes are a bit much like the scene involving Freed and Asuya. I won't go into detail, but yeah, the fucker needs to die. The fights were really good, and it flowed very good. Overall, I'm happy with how Volume 1 ended. I'll be reading Volume 2 and reviewing that here soon, but for now, we venture into happiness, sugar, and life. Yet, here is my rating for Chapter 4 of High School DxD. 4.5 elemental crystals out of 5. Until the next review, everyone, stay nerdy, read manga, and never stop being you. Bye, my lovely nerds.